Starfox has not been blessed with the fortune of having a good mainline entry in the series for a while now. We can argue about the GameCube entry, I guess, but I don't think many people will dispute the fact that the Wii U game, Star Fox Zero, was quite bad in a lot of ways, not the least of which was how the game forced you to use the touchpad in some really awkward ways. But a small side adventure that came out alongside Star Fox Zero, one that I would argue is a far better game, has been mostly forgotten rather quickly, just a few years later. And that game is Starfox Guard. Unlike the game that ostensibly served as its big brother, this game actually takes full advantage of the Wii U's gamepad. Zero's problem was that it forced you to use the gamepad for things that would have been better achieved with regular methods of control. Starfox Guard, on the other hand, makes the gamepad its central focus. Honestly, it feels like the developers of Zero realized what they were doing in the main game with the gamepad was garbage and wanted to do something interesting and cool with it. And Guard is definitely that. Although it's also barely Star Fox. There's some decoration and a few nods to things, but this could very easily be a game that has nothing to do with Star Fox. But if it's not a Star Fox game, what is it? Each level is basically a maze, and you're given control of a series of security cameras, both within the maze and on its outer edges. At the start of each level, you can move the cameras around to wherever you want and aim them however you want with the gamepad. Once the level starts, you're tasked with eliminating all the robots that spawn before they can make it to the center of the maze. You achieve that by constantly switching to cameras using the gamepad, then looking up at your TV, aiming the camera at the enemy, and firing the weapon attached to the camera until the robot is dead. Which means there's this frantic nature to it of trying to keep track of all the robots on the map that you can see on the gamepad, while also looking up at the screen and seeing what's coming at which camera, then back down at the gamepad to switch to a different camera in order to shoot the enemy you want to shoot. But the important thing is, it never becomes overwhelming, and you always feel in control, no matter how frenzied things get. I always felt like I was in control in a way that only the best gamepad games for the Wii U made me feel. And there's also quite a bit of variety. A lot of the main levels in the game do feel kind of similar, but there's also special challenges that add fun variables to the mix and keep you going for quite a while. It's really a shame in a way that more games didn't really truly take advantage of the Wii U in the way this game does. I realize perhaps more games would have tried if the console would have been more popular, but there was always something of a split in games, where you could play them entirely on the tablet or not. Obviously this game you cannot, so that limits it in another way, and that was kind of the Wii U's problem. Still, if you have a Wii U, I think especially for the price, Starfox Guard is an absolute must-have for the platform. There's an unavoidable tech demo feeling here, but there's also more than enough variety and difference between the levels to make it deeply playable, while also being a demonstration of what could have been on the console if only things had gone a little differently. On In Case You Missed It, I look at games that people missed when they first came out. If you like that idea, be sure to subscribe so you can see the latest videos. If you like this video in particular, be sure to hit that like button, and thanks for watching.